So let's talk about gold now. How did gold suddenly rise? Gold's price is manipulated by the big players, as I've told you before. It's drawn out by the five major gold dealers. Last year and even last month, gold's price surged so much that everyone was forced to cover their shorts. Anyone who tried to short it was wiped out. So the major gold players and the World Gold Council want to suppress the price a bit, draw some lines on the chart, and at the same time add to their positions. They also need to build up their holdings. That's why the pullback in gold won't last long. I'm very optimistic about gold's future. It's really intense. This period of relative peace on Earth is actually your God given second chance to get on board with gold. So you absolutely have to hold on to your gold. Don't get shaken out. I've said this countless times. Hold on tight, and you should have no problem with your luck and wealth. Damn it. When gold goes up tenfold, you say nothing. But when gold drops even just a tenth, you panic and exit. Damn, getting out like that just means you have no luck with wealth at all. As for gold, it's not just going to rise to 5,000. In the next 10 to 12 or even 15 years, gold is going to rise to 50,000. I stand by these words because this is a major trend in the currency war. There's no going back between China and the US. Stop dreaming about it. There's no way things will return to how they were. When it comes to gold, just think of me as, well, a god perhaps. No one is more authoritative on this than I am. In 2004, I was already writing reports for them. Since then, that's 21 years, and I've never been wrong. I gave all my reports to my members for free, and then I don't know which bastard among them started selling them in China for Y19 or Y9.9. Take a look at my business plan that was written in 2009. Business plan. Look at that business plan. Has it become outdated today? Huh? Bow down when it comes to this issue. It's really nothing. Today, a fellow believer sent me a video of a foreigner talking about gold. Damn, it has millions of views. That foreigner has 2.7 million. When it comes to language skills, I'm definitely up to par, especially listening. My professional and technical English is basically 99%. Isn't that foreigner just saying exactly what I said back then? Damn. Back in 2004, what I said was even clearer than what he's saying now. That's the advantage of being an English YouTuber. Man, I was already explaining things more clearly in 2004 than he is in 2025, and he gets millions of views. Ugh, this just pisses me off. There are just a very small number of people speaking Chinese, so gold is much harder than Bitcoin, significantly more difficult. They're not the same thing at all. Bitcoin is basically in this category, it's inherently unreliable. Especially after they arrested Chen Zhi, everyone realized that there really isn't anything that's truly decentralized. I can buy gold ETFs, that's the same thing, right? ETFs are the same because they're gold derivatives. Haven't I told you before? Gold has four major characteristics, and one of them is that it has a large number of financial derivatives. There are hundreds, even thousands of financial derivatives. If you look at commodities worldwide, gold probably has over 10,000 financial derivatives. In terms of categories alone, there are nearly 100, even hundreds of them. Well, it actually wasn't me. It was a foreigner. I replied to him and I sent him a message. He said something like, "Hey, China, damn, China's currency to go. Damn, they're so bad." I told him I was the one who wrote that specific report for the China central government back in the year 2004. I remember that year very clearly. The price of gold was $400 an ounce, $400. Look at how much it is per ounce today. When I wrote that report, I said exactly what I'm telling you here today. In the next 10 to 20 years, the price of gold would increase tenfold. Hasn't it gone up tenfold? Today, I'm telling you again, in the next 10 to 20 years, the price of gold will increase tenfold. All of my reports are actually based on data, not just my own opinions. It's about the data because there's only so much of these things. Only so much has been produced, only so much paper currency has been printed, and only so much gold exists. Sooner or later, everyone will re benchmark it. It's not that the price is rising, it's a re benchmarking. Gold is the ultimate currency. Do you know what ultimate currency means? So, in the end, it has to be rebenchmarked against all goods and currencies, just like synchronizing watches. Once everything is aligned, that's it. 10 times. That's actually a conservative estimate. By the way, when jewelry stores buy gold, how should they distinguish between 999.9 and 999.99 purity? You're mistaken. It's 99.99 and 99.95. There's no 999. It's 99.95% or 99.99% purity. You'll want 99.99. There are only these two types, so-called 10,000 fineness or 99.999 is just marketing nonsense. It's just 99.99. Got it? Can you bring gold bars into the US? You can bring them in, but you can't take them out. In almost all major countries, gold is not allowed to be taken out, but it can be brought in freely. See, this is the secret I'm telling you. In every major nation, it's the same. You can bring gold in and no one will care, but if you want to take it out, there are limits. You can't take out more than a certain number of grams. So you might say, Lao Wang, what if I don't say anything? If you don't say anything, you might get away with it. If you put it in your pocket, when it goes through the x-ray, he might just think it's a piece of iron, but it doesn't really matter. He'll definitely know it's some kind of metal. And if he gets curious, in China, the limit is 50 grams. If you exceed 50 grams, they'll force you to liquidate it and customs will keep it. If it's under 50 grams, they'll let you take it out. But if it's over 50 grams, they'll settle it for you at the current gold price and give you cash in RMB right on the spot. Gold bars, gold ETFs, and other products. What's the best thing to buy? There are actually a lot of similar options, like gold mining stocks, for example. Gold related stocks, there are so many different kinds of these. For ordinary people, buying a gold ETF is the best and most practical option, because you don't have to worry about the hassle of physical storage or verifying authenticity. I want to emphasize this point again. I do not encourage using any form of leverage. I do not encourage you to use leverage. People who use leverage are idiots. Some people use 10 times leverage, some even 20 times. If you really want to make quick money, at most, you can buy a 2 times leveraged ultra fund. When it goes up compared to regular gold, it's also an ETF. When it goes up, it rises twice as fast as regular gold. And when it falls, it also drops twice as fast. But according to my theory, you should hold it for the long term, and ultra funds have decay. That is, as long as it's a 2 times bullish position. There is management decay, meaning if you just leave it there and don't touch it, it will evaporate over time. You understand? But if you buy the one-to-one version, then there's no evaporation. It's just like buying a big gold bar. You just leave it there and that's it. If you expect a tenfold increase in 10 years, why bother messing around with this? UGL is a 2 times leveraged gold bullish ETF. Regarding A shares, I'm a veteran in China's capital markets. Don't challenge me with shameless posts or I'll slap you with the facts. In 2004, I was in Beijing when the State Administration for Industry and Commerce set up Yihe Capital Management Commercial Limited, the very first in China. It wasn't private, it was the first capital management company. Yet idiots online still post nonsense. Lao Wang, you can see records from as early as 1992 and 1993. They're really shameless. Those guys only changed their names later on. They started calling themselves Capital Management Coach or Limited. But before that, they were all called Investment Management Coach Limited. You idiot. Go check their name change records yourself. If you come here to show off again, you filthy bastard, don't tune into my channel. You're arguing with me about this. How many days have you lived, you little brat? Come on, let's talk about how much trouble we went through in 2004 to get this done. The director of the State Administration for Industry and Commerce at the time, yes, Zhang Mao. Chiang Mao is, oh, wait, whose son-in-law is he exactly? Was Zhang Mao the son-in-law of the vice premier of the state council or someone else? You know Zhang Mao, the director who famously fought Jack Ma. I had to pull strings with him to approve my capital management company. Now, these shameless people claim it existed as early as 1992. If that were true, why the hell would I need to go to Zhangmao then? It's just ridiculous. It took a lot of effort, but Zhang Mao was decent. He didn't even want a pot of tea. He just got it done. He's a stand up guy. Of course, it helps that my family is powerful. Lao Wang, you're getting cocky. Cocky my ass. I'm telling the truth, you bastard. Fuck off. I really can't stand stupidity, damn it. Are you watching or not? If not, get the hell out, Jiang Mao. Can you just stop arguing with me about this? Of course, I'm angry. It's just too hard. Running this channel now is so tough because there are too many viewers. It's just too much, way too much. Damn idiot, ignorant and fearless, just grabbing that, what's it called again? That chichacha thing, and then you show up. Look, that Yihe Capital, it's not the first case. It's been around since 1993, 1992. You're checking me, huh? Why don't you check for 1953? Why don't you check for 1933? That damn chichacha has only been around for a few days, for crying out loud. So chichacha has only been around for a few years. When I was doing business, there was no chichacha. How new do you think their basic data is? Damn, how can you use the imperial sword of the current dynasty to execute an official from the previous dynasty? Oh, these idiots are killing me. Uh, Saying I'm God? No, I dare not say. But when it comes to capital management companies, I really am like the god in China. I didn't do anything big, I kept it small and quit while I was ahead. I just made a little pocket money and took it out. That's all I did. Otherwise, why would I be in such good shape today? If I were greedy, wouldn't I have ended up like those damn rats? Look at the fate of those rats. One after another, they've all been taken down, right? The Central Commission for Discipline Inspection locks them up for half a year, and when they come out, each one is gray haired and skinny. I've said too much already. Anyway, everyone has their own ambitions. Some people just insist on having 10 billion, 20 billion. Well, then there's nothing you can do. It's like me, making a clean break, damn, signing a letter of surrender. It's not about surrendering halfway. When it comes, it's like a clean cut. Take everything above the eyebrows, leave everything below in China. Fine, whatever. Even if you take my scalp, it's all good as long as you let me go. Lao Wang isn't greedy. He knows to quit while ahead and get out early. That's just how it is. That's me.